of a bitch. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Larkin, and welcome back to the Steve and Mike Show. As always, I'm joined by my top dog, my best friend in the world, Mr. Stevie Nicks. Homie, we are back. How are you?
Oh man, I was gonna guy with that one. I'm like, Larkin, that was pretty good.
That was.
So now, okay, now I guess we're recording. Okay, so for Rizziel now. Okay,
Just
Mike Larkin.
tails.
So
Tails.
no, okay, so now what were we talking about now before we went on air? And I don't even remember. We were on to something, and now I don't remember what we were talking about before. Anyway, been a while though since we've been together, right, Mike Larkin? It's been quite some time. I've been waiting, itching to get back because there's a lot of things that in the world I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about we were talking about some like memories, like teenage memories, and I wanted to actually dive into that more.
Oh, we absolutely will.
And you also had some things you wanted to say too, Mike Larkin, I believe.
Oh, absolutely, man. Before we got on, this is my fault. I forgot that I recorded. I hit record, and then I started. And he fucks with me as he does. He just distracted.
It's fine, dude. It's fine. Just keep going. Just go with it, Mike Larkin.
I'm just saying, you're all up in my grill. Y'all
gonna make me lose my mind.
Up in here. Y'all gonna make me go all out. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me act a fool. Up in here.
See, Mike Larkin, there's this hardcore rapper. He's no longer with us, but he used to be from Brooklyn when he was alive. His name was DMX, Mike Larkin.
Earl Simmons, God rest his soul. Hell yeah.
Oh, Mike Larkin, you heard of him? Very nice.
I happen to have heard of him. Where my dog's at? Where my dog's at? Yes, I have heard of DMX. And I will say this before we get into our topic, as Steve aforementioned there. So I wanted to give a little message here, and this tribute video will be in today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, unexpectedly, last week, a former friend of mine and a podcaster, he was a good dude. He was a character. We had our ups and downs, but I'm glad we got to make peace before he passed. David the Butcher Gillum passed away at the age of 44 unexpectedly. I got to say, I worked with him on the Max Wrestling podcast from 2017 and 2020. Steve knew of him. I had worked with him closely for those 3 years. And, man, he's going to truly be missed. He had a lot of people that loved and cared about him, and I just hope that he's at peace. And rest in peace, my brother. You will see the tribute video for David at the end of the show and my words that I have for him. But I just want to say that as well, because you hate to see someone die and pass away, but also someone so young and someone who's a family man. His son Kian, his daughter Jamie. I mean, that's what's even more who my heart breaks for. So rest in peace, David. And until we meet again, my brother. So this is where we will insert the tribute video here. So I wanted to say that before we got into today's show. Yes. So as Steve was talking about, we were really manifesting and putting into the universe what we wanted to talk about within today's show. And a lot of stuff happened with us in high school. And I'll let you go first because my experience is going to be honest. But I think out of the two of us, you had it a little bit more bad than I do. And then I did, excuse me. But I also had a little instances of stories that I'll share. So I'll let you go first on this one because it's a lot of stuff to really analyze, dissect, and decipher. I'm sure a lot of people
well, I mean, I don't want to, there's a lot, first of all. I don't really want to get too deep into it right off the bat. Because we experienced a lot of things there, right, Michael Larkin? And unfortunately, we didn't go to a place where everything was hunky-dory all the time, and there was a lot of mistreatment and a lot of people who didn't do their jobs correctly. I'll just speak from the treatment of kids like us, Michael Larkin, the 504 kids.
Yes,
was not always great and was not usually a priority at all, right? Back then, and it was pretty. I think I realized, like we've all kind of realized, like how unfortunate the situation really was for us, because we didn't have a lot done right by us, and it's really, really unfortunate that we had to go to a place where we saw a lot of messed up things and went through a lot of messed up things. And I don't want to be Debbie Downer here. We don't have to talk about this too much, but like, me and you got memories, right? There are things we've gone through together, right? That we know about. We're like, wow, that's messed up, right? Right, Larkin? I mean,
well, I think with anybody that goes into a school district, especially like the one that we did, for me, growing up, and I have a learning disability and I have ADD, and my thing in my IEP, like we always touch upon, is the test center was a big thing for all of us. And I could say, as far as me having it bad, I look at it from a stance like this. You can tell by a teacher's body language and the people that we have that were watching over us and really looking at everything from that perspective. It almost seems like it was not only like a bother, but also at the same time, it was kind of like they really were kind of unfit on how to handle kids like us who have gone through a lot of our challenges that we've had in our lifetime. And the problem is it's almost could be very non-caring, or it focuses more on the upper echelon of students that they consider to be high class and high brass. And I mean, but I mean, for me, I can speak for the fact that you could just tell it's like, oh God, I got to deal with this kid, he's got to go to the testing center. And I can speak for myself. One thing that I've always dealt with from more as a child to teenhood to early adulthood was not pretty much speaking up if I wanted to have help with something or anything in those regard with tests, because I wouldn't feel like I was dumb because I was going to the testing center, which is not the case, folks. You should always ask questions and speak up. But I've always felt like the way that they treated it, the stigma of it was that your intellect was not as high as said class members or classmanship on the chain of command, so to speak, with different various groups and a higher understanding of education. But it just, from that perspective, I didn't like it. I'm like, all right, I can see where I stand here. And I'm like, this school just fucking sucks, to be completely honest. And I had some good experiences there. Not really going to bash a lot of them, but I'm going to say that stuff was ridiculous. And I think a lot of people can relate to it from in schools and in general, that you feel that way with teachers and administration. And it sucks, and it's sad, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, no, my Larkin, like, you're absolutely right. But I'll add to that. I'll make one amendment to that.
Okay.
I think if you were someone that required any kind of extra accommodations or attention from them at all, for the most part, especially from the mainstream people, you were viewed as a burden, right? My lord, you were viewed as a burden, and it was, get this guy out of here, right? Am I? Do you think this is accurate? I mean, I feel like I was viewed as a burden, and that was part of the reason I had so many problems. I had my parents come down there usually twice a year, at least, to deal with some kind of teacher that was not, willing to do their job the right way, right? I feel like if you were one of those kids, you got the crap end of the stick because you didn't you required more, you required changes to their job, and they didn't like that, so we weren't important enough to have the right attention paid to us, so it was kind of just being taken out on us, and that was allowed to happen.
I remember an instance when I was taking, I believe it was either midterm or final. I'm going to say it was a final. So we took it in the cafeteria, and the one teacher that I had, who we got along fine, but here's my thing, and I could tell by his body language. This is what we're talking about, assessing the situation from a body language standpoint. Mm-hmm. It was a thing where I I had to go down to the cafeteria to get the test because he was told, like all the teachers were, because all the teachers I had were great about giving the midterms and finals to the resource room where we would take it or the test center. They were on top of that, and I could say that wholeheartedly. But this particular teacher, I go down there and I see my test is at the desk in the cafeteria, and I said, "Hey, so and so, I'm taking the test in the test center. I just came down to get the test. You know what I'm saying?" And he's just like, oh, "Okay, here." It wasn't just like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to bring it up there." No, that's fine. Here you go. Thank you. Good luck. It was just, "No, here you go." Because he was so focused on just going to, because he was also a coach on a certain team. I think y'all know who I'm talking about. He was the coach of a certain team, and he was more focused on just, I got to go do this. So that's how I felt, at least. But yeah, it's just,
you're absolutely right. And I've had the same type of treatment with teachers that had the same. It wasn't always sports coaches, though. It was a lot of them. It wasn't just the people who were coaching sports teams, but it was definitely that same kind of experience where, like, okay, I'm not gonna worry about you because I don't want to do anything, extra. And I feel like, in my bargain, and you bring up an interesting point, and you tell me if this is true. The people who got favored were only the people that made the school look good, right? I mean,
like,
it was the jocks.
Yep.
And like the super honor roll kids and those people, or anyone that was doing something interesting that was going to make the school look good, and then you got preferential treatment that way. But if you were not any of those things, we were like almost like we were outcasts. Not almost, we were outcasts, right, Mike Larkin?
And this goes with any school too. And I've said this, and even in today's society with the education system, it's just like, if you're not at a certain level, or if you have something neurologically with you, like an ADD, an ADHD, learning disability, if you're on the spectrum, however you want to identify and classify.
Neurodivergent, motherfucker. You can just say that, neurodivergent, though. Yeah. Get the lingo right, homie. Come on, homie. Get the lingo right.
The lingo right. All right. Neurodivergent. Excuse me. Before I was so rudely interrupted.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. What up, cuh? What up, cuh? So, neurodivergent is what it was. And it's just, and I think that still unfortunately does go in today's society, because if you're in a certain level, or if you feel like an outcast, or you are an outcast, like homie just said there, it's just, you get looked at as like not only a burden, but you looked at like, oh, God, like this kid again. We have so many different aspects and stories of that, like I'm sure a lot of kids do nowadays. And that's why it's so hard, because of how the trajectory and how the chain of command and how a lot of the people really have the presentation and how the representation of the presentation is for all these different neurodivergent classes. And it's sad, because at the end of the day, we're all people, we're all human beings. We may not just learn at a certain level that you do, but we still learn, and we can still grasp any task that we have.
Yeah, I mean, there really was never any allotment made that, it is possible, for people of various different, abilities, or, whether it's verbal ability or whatever, or, supposed IQ, like there's a number of different ways that you can learn something. And it seemed like if you learned, and this is probably true of most schools, and not just coming down to the difference between having a special ed program and not. I think it's just they never accounted for, though. Like a lot of kids learn differently than you would consider to be neurotypical, or someone who learned in the typical academic way. But that doesn't make them dumb. But yet kids like that constantly get punished all the time because they don't fit into that system. And sometimes if there's quite obviously a very glaring need and a school doesn't want to fill it, and they just want to ignore it, well, instead of addressing the problem that's crying out, like, obviously there's a problem, it needs to be fixed. If you're not going to address the situation, you're just going to ignore it, like it seems like a lot of people in the system have been content to do all these years. Then you get situations where the system doesn't work right, and it hurts a lot of people, and it hurts a lot of people like me and Mike Larkin, and it's not fair, and it's not right, and I've got hours worth of just messed up situations where things were put on our shoulders and my shoulders that should never have been. And, I don't know if we want to get into all of that, but
I mean,
this is definitely things that I wanted to bring up and talk about because I felt that I was the driver of this conversation. I suggested this because I felt that it was important that we talk about some of this stuff at least.
Like I mentioned,
so if you guys aren't having a good time, blame me.
No, and it is what's cool about it is that's the point of the show. We can laugh, we can be serious, but we give you a great analysis and discussion of what we want to talk about. And I mean, I mentioned certain teacher, and this doesn't just go for the East Islip School District, it just goes to any school district because it happens in any school or anyone who's neurodivergent. It happens. If they tell you it doesn't, they're lying to you. It's one of those things where there's preferential treatment. There's stuff that you could see where it's just like, it's you just, okay, go to the testing center, do this, because that's what we had in our school was the testing center, like I mentioned. But
get out of my face, right? It's like, I don't need to deal with this.
Like, all right, yeah, just go to the test center. All right,
is that right? That's a common attitude, right?
That's a very common
attitude to like 504 kids, right?
Yeah, it's like he's here, he's the one with the ADD and the learning disability. He's going to the test center. Okay, here you go. It just it's the way I could pretty much put it to it. And for me, it's like I've learned a lot from it and I've grown as a person from it. But I also think it sucks from the fact of the matter is because kids like that don't deserve that. They don't deserve to be treated like that. Nobody is inferior in life. There really is nobody inferior. If anybody tries to put you down and say that you're dumb because you go to a test center or you learn differently or you may take a little extra time to get a test done, doesn't make you dumb. It just makes you learn and makes you grow more. And everybody is willing and capable to do what they do. That's the shining light of this. But also at the same time, we need to start treating people. It doesn't matter if you're nerdly treating people better because, if you learn differently, it's fine. But at the same time, what you're doing is you're setting people up to have a certain perspective on life, like it's hard and this and that, which don't get me wrong, life is hard, but you're setting people up to feel inferior and you're setting people up for insecurities and just overall depression. You're contributing something that you shouldn't be contributing to, and you may not realize it, but you also have to understand at a certain point, a certain time in your life, patience is key, patience is a virtue, and you need to help more than you need to do the separate and divide.
Or how about you to understand that you're creating potentially angry adults.
Yeah, angry. Exactly.
Jaded adults, skeptical adults who don't trust the system, who don't trust authority, who are often not just skeptical, but are often oppositional of authority. I mean, you're creating this whole subset of people, of adults, who have this very particular view of how things work in the world because they've been treated a certain way their whole lives. And it's like, okay, well, you don't think that putting money above the welfare of children oftentimes, which I think is what it was most of the time, you don't think that there's residual consequences for that?
I look at it from a stance like this with you because we're both two different personalities. But one of the great things about high school was I met this son of a gun, and I have some other peers that I'm still in tight with. But this son of a gun is the main reason for my drive here. So both of our personalities, I'm more, he's more. But also at the same time,
what am I clocking? What is that? What is this? Is this like jump like crisscross?
Crisscross will make you jump. Back that'll make you. No, it's more of you're bowed up and your level goes up to here. I'm more here. You're up to here. That light switch doesn't go off. Don't try to compare us. So it's one of those situations.
Oh boy.
Oh baby. And it's my day, and it's my day to the front. Every day's just a holiday. Cruise on the freeway. So my just lose it friend. He is one of more, just and I'm more of but that doesn't mean that you should be kicking him out because of his boisterous and verbose tone. He's still a kid that learns, and he's a smart son of a gun in his own right, because you are, but at the same time, you shouldn't be treating him up because he's loud. Tell me something, kiss this guy. That's the point I'm trying to make. I know he's very loud and he's very verbose, and he has a laugh that sounds like ha ha ha. But at the same time, you should not be doing that to a kid like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's very loud, he's very energetic. He does have an intellect and he does have a mind. You know what I'm saying? He can't help the fact that he just is born this way, like he's Lady Gaga. So you know what? Let him be. Leave him alone.
Oh, look, what have I been telling you all this time? First of all,
I'm Steve Nicoforo and I rule. I know.
No, well, yes, you are correct about that. But first of all, they couldn't handle the body. Now I'm Steven the mind.
I was gonna say they can't handle all of this, Michael.
They can't, and then they can't handle all this, Michael. Can you handle?
I'm not Jesse the Mind Ventura. I'm not Jesse the Body Ventura. I'm Jesse the Mind Ventura. I think we should put a wrestler in the White House. I was the governor of Minnesota.
Why won't they let me see it?
Why won't they let me in? Why won't they let me see it? Because you don't have clearance, Jesse. They don't.
I was a Marine.
I was a Marine.
It's not how it works, Jesse.
Not how it works, Jesse. Oh boy, but yes, the main thing is you shouldn't treat a kid like that, because I know many a times you've gotten kicked out for your verboseness and loudness.
Yeah, well, you know what, Michael, not even that. I got kicked out for like doing nothing a lot of times.
Yeah,
a lot of times, like I swear, no. This is a real thing that happened. This is not something I made up. I got kicked out for existing a couple times. I got kicked out because I existed. Literally sent to a timeout room because I existed. I just showed up in class, just acted my normal self, didn't do anything out of the ordinary, and I was still asked to leave.
Can I just say also, just to add on to your point, I'm glad you mentioned the timeout room. That was the other problem, because not just the testing center and stuff, which is fine, but the timeout room, I hated that, because what is this, fucking kindergarten? Where friggin' high schoolers from ages 15 to 18.
They don't care.
And they don't care.
We need a way to keep us in a pen, Michael. I gotta keep you in a pen, dog.
We've been locked up, but they won't let us out. So the fact of the matter is, that's what they did. Like, if we, even for existing, just because he over here, and I remember I know the teacher you're referring to, because I've seen him do it to others.
There's a couple, actually.
No, I've seen the one we're referring to. I have seen it myself. So I had this teacher last period. I remember, like, someone just come in and sit, and he would just, like, maybe he didn't have to be there, but he would just sit, or he would chill, and he would just, like, get out. Like that. that was literally it. Not even 5 seconds into the freaking room. Just get out. Just get out.
It's like that was like routine, and like the administration people like didn't care. That was the other thing, is like they literally like did not care. And
I will.
And that was one of the reasons my parents were at the school like at least twice a year. They'd come down and like yell at people because they didn't want to do their job, and the administration didn't want to do anything about it. Mike Larkin,
I can say with my dad, like, he came down a couple times just because of ridiculousness and whatnot. I mean, to see how it was, but he would just see the ridiculousness of this and just how dumb it was. Because one of the kids in the resource room, y'all know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to mention his name. Him and, why is my son failing? I'm like, maybe because, maybe if he actually did his work, but okay. It's one of those things where it's mind-boggling to see some of this stuff and the parents' reaction. It's better reaction amongst families. It's just better communication and whatnot. But also at the same time, I look at it like this: when you had a situation that we had where a teacher, and y'all know where I'm going to go with this, but I think you can figure it out when I put two together. When a teacher has relations with a student and it just gets swept under the rug just because of the teacher's status. It's kind of fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like that, how like not even worrying about like how the girl feels, but
not even about the teachers. It was just about because they wanted it to go away. They wanted to go away because it made the school look bad.
Yeah, it made the school look bad. The reputation.
It was just make this go away. It wasn't even because he was who he was.
It was bad reputation for the school.
The sirens outside my window. It's hardcore up in here. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Wow. Okay. What's out your window?
Sirens, dog. I think they're fire sirens, though.
God, stop it. Stop acting all hard. Oh, look at me. I live in Bayshore.
Well, I'm serious, dog.
I know.
I'm serious. What?
I've been to just because you live in Bayshore. Look at me. I'm hard. I got sirens going past.
I'm not making it up.
Look at me. I'm a fountain. Okay, we get it.
You're just jealous because you ain't me. You're just jealous because you live in Myrtle Beach. Michael.
First of all, a lot of shit goes down here too. Like, it happens with everybody. Oh my god. Look at me. I'm a Bayshore. It's just.
Only sirens you hear they come to arrest all the wife beaters. That's where they come.
Wow.
That's where all the sirens come from, like Larkin and Myrtle
Wife
Beach.
beaters, jeez Louise. Anyway, friggin' wife beaters, you son of a bitch. But no, that's literally what it has. They would sweep a story like that under the rug because of bad reputation, not really even caring about that. Like, that's ridiculous. You've seen so many instances like that.
Yeah, I mean that's just one example. I mean they used to multiple kids, Mike Larkin, were accused of trying to incite a race war.
Yes.
Myself included.
I mean, you didn't help yourself in that matter, by the way.
I'm not talking. This is not the point, Mike Larkin. Do not do this. Do not choose this to be your time, Mike Larkin. This is not your time.
It really was. All right. Well,
do not choose this to be your time. You're not going to make a point right now.
No, we're going to make the point.
Your punk ass mouth.
We're gonna make the point. So what happened was
no.
He was in a race war because he said something stupid that he should have, and he made it.
I made an off color. I made an off color statement.
You did, because you said 3 letters that you shouldn't, KKK, and he got in trouble.
That's not Mike Larkin. That's
got in trouble.
That's not what happened. It's not as simple as that.
It's not simple. What was simple about it? Nobody set you up. You said something stupid. And first of all, you're not a racist. I can say this. We joke as much as we can, but you ain't a racist. Let's put that into the forefront. You're not a racist. But when you say stuff like that, and you say some stuff like, that's kind of controversial or what have you, some shit's about.
I'm not Mike Larkin. I'm not a racist, though.
I know you're not.
Don't see. This is how things start, Mike Larkin. You see this? I mean, let's just say I made an off-color joke.
You did. You were young.
So let's just say I made an off-color joke, Mike Larkin, and let's leave it at that. But I did not, Mike Larkin. The point is that I did not intend to start a race war, Mike Larkin. It was never my intention to start. But meanwhile, I got accused of it. A number of other people got accused of it. They were just accusing kids, a lot of 504 kids, starting race wars.
I mean. Well, let's be honest. He brought that on himself, and it's unfortunate. But also at the same time, and in the same.
Bought that. Wait. I bought that on myself.
Well, in a way, kind of. Why are you
saying? No.
Why are you saying stupid words? Why are you saying stupid things?
I shouldn't. First of all, shouldn't have said anything. Shouldn't have said the stupid words. But you know what, Mike Larkin? I was a kid.
You were 13, man.
14. I was a child. Mike Larkin, a kid. And I'm being accused of starting a race war.
At times like these, there's a certain song that comes into my head by the Black Eyed Peas, and it's called "Where Is the Love." We only got one world, one world.
Yeah, here you go. You're gonna start singing Justin Timberlake again. That's what you always want to do, Mike.
It's a fucking great song.
You guys are so predictable.
You
guys are so predictable, and when all else fails, quote Justin Timberlake.
It's a fucking great song. We only got one world, baby. Something's wrong with it. Now, anyway, I only kidding.
You're bringing it back to that again.
It's awesome. People love it. It's a beautiful thing.
You and Justin Timberlake.
It's gonna ruin the tour. Goddamn it, fucking douchebag. Anyway, look at it from a like this. No, I mean, as a child, we say stupid things.
Instead of spreading love, with animosity.
Lack of understanding leads us into the unity. That's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling under. That's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling down. Sometimes I'm feeling under. Faith is live, the love is found. Now ask yourself. Where is it? Gang. But yes, no. I mean, we say some stupid things as we do as a kid, and I think we had a lot of that. I mean, we had a lot of times where there was bomb threats, and we had to have our friggin' lunches and everything searched. I remember I had my paper bag lunch with my All right, we'll make fun of myself here. My PB&J excuse me, my PB&J and my Capri Sun, and I saw a paper bag, and they were like, "Oh, this kid's probably gonna blow up the school." Nope, it's my fucking lunch, you dickhead.
Yeah, no, Mike Larkin did. In elementary school, they tried to censor us in elementary school. Did I tell you about this, right? They said we are not allowed. You said the students, and it was at the beginning of like 3rd grade or something like that. And they said students are no longer allowed to say, "Let's blow this joint," or "We're time to blow this." Time to blow this out or something like that. You can't say, "Let's blow this joint," because it could insinuate that you wanted to blow things up.
Like, let's blow this popsicle stand. Let's blow this joint. Like, meaning like we're going to leave. No, you freaking dumbasses. We're saying a slang. We're saying a term. Doesn't mean we want to blow shit up. Don't fucking censor a 12-year-old.
Well, we weren't even 12 when this happened. Like this is like, they're trying to like control what the kids say on the playground. I got, this is another thing that happened to me in elementary school. I got suspended. I think I got OSS or ISS. It was either in school or out of school suspension for a full day because I said alien resurrection. And someone thought that I said erection, and then I lied about it. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke.
As soon as you said alien resurrection, I went right to the movie. But yeah, alien erection. Good God. What the hell's wrong with people? That's so stupid.
I missed a day of school because of that nonsense.
I mean, hey, man. That's just, no. In all seriousness, that's ridiculous. Just people starting bullshit like that. That's fucking dumb.
I think I got OSS.
Yes.
When I was in 3rd grade because I was I went in front of the room as we were leaving and zipping my fly, and my teacher thought that I was pretending to take a whiz, Mike Larkin. This really happened. This really happened, Mike Larkin.
Oh, boy.
This really happened. No. This really happened. I swear to God.
Oh, man. Okay. All right, I'll tell a story here because when I was in 4th grade, I got yelled at because I lifted up a desk and I put it down like that, and they thought I was like going to throw the desk, and I forgot what we were even doing. All right, I'll tell the story. So I got in trouble, and I wound up. They did the thing where we just had to sit out recess and sit up against the wall, and it was bad. We were doing something. It was whoever we were.
I always suspected you might be angry. It's always the quiet ones, Mike Larkin.
So as I was saying, I lifted up a desk like this, and I went, like, because I forgot what we were even doing. But it's like, oh, you were lifting up the. Okay, all right, here's where it was. We were with the quiet ones. So, Mr. Drummond, fuck you. So,
the chicken nugget holder.
Where are the chicken nuggets? No, I don't want any chicken nuggets. So what had happened was, in 4th grade, we were doing a group project, and the guys where we were sitting at the table are like, "You won't lift that desk. You won't lift that desk. You just won't lift it up and just." And I'm like, "All right, yeah." Well, I went, and then he was like, and the teacher was like, "What are you doing?"
What did you go?
I went, like whatever I did. I just, I lifted it up and then I put it back down, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then it was bad. I just remember raising that desk and boom, just putting it down. That was in 4th grade. I got in trouble for that because of a dad.
That's what you get for listening to the cool kids, Mike Larkin.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Because you just want to be so cool, Mike Larkin.
Of course. Like I said, and you try and dip as a freshman, and then you just realize, oh, God, yeah, I've done some stuff that I wasn't proud of, but yeah, it is what it is.
Whoa, wait. You tried dip as a freshman, Mike Larkin?
Yeah, all right. Do you really want me to tell this story?
Yeah, I don't think I know this story.
I know you're like this because I'm like, Lord, you think you're squeaky clean? I think you're a good guy. You're well, you have some skeletons in your closet.
I don't know what you're talking about, dog.
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, OG.
I think I know you know what I'm talking about. What had happened was I was sitting with a freshman at the time. Yeah, I was in 9th grade. They were in 12th grade, of course. Yeah, so seniors, freshmen, a couple of us freshmen sat together with the seniors, and I think I was just curious because this is when the dipping was
popular. You're curious, Mike Larkin? You're curious, dog?
Just shut up. Let me
I bet you were curious, Mike Larkin. You know what I'm saying?
Chlorophyll, more like board. So anyway.
Mike Larkin, yeah, we know you're curious, Mike Larkin.
Not really. How about you just
okay. Yeah, you just didn't say you were curious. Okay.
Just let me speak, dumbass. So
keep that sound bit.
No. So I was interested and knowing.
Yeah, you were interested and you were knowing, dog. I know it. I know it, dog. You know what I'm saying, dog? You were interested and knowing.
Hey, Snoop Doggy Doo-Doo. Bang with a red bat. Let's bring a red bat. Let's bring bang with a red bat. Yeah, no.
So you're like a rapper now? Hey, Sniff Doggy Doo-Doo.
Anyway, let me tell the story since you were asked and you.
I'm sorry, my dog. You gotta stop saying stuff like that. You can't help it, dog. It just comes out.
I bet it does come out of you. Anyway,
yeah, you wish.
You wish.
You wish.
So,
all right, tell a story. Try not to make it, seem like you were curious.
You're a child. You're a child. You're an absolute child.
I love you too, Cookster.
Whatever. So anyway, fuck off. When we were talking, when I was in 9th grade, I sat with seniors at lunch. And it was a couple of us. It was myself and a couple other kids. We were freshmen at the time. And the seniors that we hung out with had those, those dip things like we did with the tobacco and whatnot back in the day when that was like getting popular. And I was like, oh, maybe let me try some of that just to see how it is. Because they had it every day. And he's like, oh, you want to try this? I'm like, sure. So they gave me a little packet of the thing, put it in, had the bottle. And before I could even, I was like, and obviously you can't swallow this. So I went into the bathroom and I just, never wanted to do it again. It's disgusting. I don't know how people do the dip shit. It's ridiculous. But yes, that was the story of trying dip in 9th grade. So yes, I've done some things. I never told you that, but yes. So there you go.
Why wouldn't you have told me that, my lord? What was so secretive about that?
It wasn't secretive. It just never came up.
You didn't want me to know because, like, oh my god, my lord, you couldn't even do the dip.
First of all, it's disgusting. Anybody who does that is ridiculous because it's disgusting.
And it's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It's horrible. It's terrible. I don't know how people do that. But yeah, no, that was it. That was pretty much it. But yeah, I've done some things I'm not proud of, as we all do. But we learn and we grow and adapt. So yeah, that was that.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't narc on them. My lord, be like, they're doing dip.
Why would I narc on them for doing dip? If they do dip, that's their own choice. I don't have to do it though. What's the
that's right, Mike Logan. That's right. You better respect that, Mike Logan. That's right, dog.
Wow. Anyway, so, yeah, that was that. That was that. But yeah, no, we've had some interesting stories. You being you, and just.
Well, I don't know. I don't get it. What does it have to do with the school, though? You just trying to tell a story about you being kind of hard to like.
No, I'm saying we've done some stuff where we've got.
I'm sort of impressed, Mike Larkin.
Nobody's trying to impress like I'm hard, but I'm just saying, like we were talking about some stories, man.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, I know. So you being racist, and I'm kidding. You being you saying what you said. So you saying what you said, getting kicked out, getting OSS, alien erections. Like, all right, what else did you have there?
Oh, Mike Larkin, there's so much more, Mike Larkin. There is so much more, Mike Larkin. Like, oh my God, like I got ISS and OSS for like the stupidest reasons. Like what was there? Well, there was one in middle. There was another one in middle school. There was someone. No. It was. Yeah, middle school. Someone said that they thought that I was like hitting on them and making them feel uncomfortable, which wasn't true. I was doing something as a joke with someone else. And then this girl was like, he was hitting on me and making me feel uncomfortable. And they took that and then called my house, called my parents, because her dad apparently called the school. Like, it was a joke. Like, clearly I was joking. Like, and they're trying to make like a federal case out of this. And I think I got OSS or ISS for one day because I made a girl feel uncomfortable.
Wow.
Which I didn't even touch her. I didn't even like seriously say anything to her with the intent of being creepy and offensive. It's like, and you're not even going to hear, they didn't even want to hear my side of it. That was the messed up part of it. They didn't even want to hear my side of it. They're just like, you're getting to get an ISS. Like they heard my side of it, and they just were like, yeah, we believe her. We don't care. And then my parents had to get involved. It was this whole big thing, and it was just, oh my god, it was just such BS. Like, it was just stuff like that, and it's like, dude, like, did I ever tell you about that, Mike Larkin? Did I ever tell you that one?
Oh, that's the first time I'm hearing about this, but that's the thing too. I think in those situations you do have to be careful, and well, especially now. But I mean, it's one of those things where I don't see you, trying to make a female feel uncomfortable just because I know you, number one, but also number two. It is how it is with females. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, jokes, what have you, can make. All right, I'll put an example.
It's not even that, my lord. It's not even that. It's that you're not even gonna listen to my side of it and not even consider.
Well, that's because you're the male. They're already gonna make you in the wrong, and the female is right. So we get
okay. But is that how? First of all, anyone should be handling that situation, let alone a school?
Not at all. Not at all. I get it, but I understand where they were going. They were immediately going to go, oh yeah, he probably did it. He's a male. That's why. I'm telling you, that's the mindset. That's the mindset, man.
But that's the type of stuff that we dealt with on like a regular basis, though. Was that type of like preferential treatment that we were always, always getting screwed, and I was never really allowed to have like my side of the story really even listened to.
Well, this didn't happen in high school, but with what you just mentioned, kind of happened with me later on, especially with where I work now. I was talking to a coworker who was, who worked with me, and obviously I work from home, so we were talking on Microsoft Teams, and she was from Long Island, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm from Long Island too. So we were chit-chatting.
You're not, Mike Larkin. Stop it. You're not from Long Island. Stop it.
Fuck off. So anyway, both from Long Island, and I live where I live now, and we were just chit-chatting. And the thing is, too, we were talking, and then I just said, hey, I'm going to be here, which this is where I was doing the LFC stuff at the time, ring announcing for the LFC 35 show. And then I sent her where I was going to be and whatnot.
Dropping some more things about yourself, Mike Larkin.
All right, like I'm saying, I'm trying to tell the story. Would you let me tell the story? So, yes, LFC 35 Booty Camp 3D on the official LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships website. And as well.
Oh, my God.
We were talking. I had sent her where
I hate you so much
because I let my work know that 2 weeks in advance I was going to be in Las Vegas on October 31st. The year was 2021, Las Vegas, Nevada. LFC.
Yeah, you don't have Asperger's or anything.
No, not at all. So we were talking about that, and I had sent her the poster, and she's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "No, this is what I do. I'm just ring announcing." And then I get a call from my boss at the time. And she was just like, oh, she said you sent her something inappropriate. I'm like, I sent her the poster where I was going to be at the event, which I sent to you, which I gave my 2 weeks in advance, and I was going to be out there in Vegas. And she goes, I know you sent it to me. I looked into it, but, she's there, so I have to give you some disciplinary points. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. And she's like, yeah, I know. It's just, how people are. And I'm like, I get it. And then not too long after that, that woman was fired, and who's still at the job? Yours truly. So, yeah. It's just you got to watch it, unfortunately, even if it's simplistic stuff.
Went through all that just to tell me a story about how you have a job, Mike Larkin.
That is true. Yes.
We're talking about school, and you changed it to what did you like? Run out of stories you wanted to tell? You want to seem cool by telling a job story, Mike Larkin? Is that what you wanted to do?
I'm just saying. I'm saying it happens in every aspects and every facet of life.
Look how cool I am in my 2 jobs, and I got the LFC. And did you mention that a podcast in Las Vegas?
So with everything, with everything there, no. But the point being, folks, is it happens in any facets of life, whether it be male and female interaction or just everything that in general that we deal with in schools and everything. It's an unfortunate circumstance because there's a lack of apathy there. There's a lack of everything there, everything from empathy and everything, man. It's unfortunate. We all have a lot of stories. I mentioned my stories. Like I said, I had it a little bit better than you did, but at the same time, I could tell by the visualization of the body language and everything that there was a lack of care and empathy, like I mentioned, folks, to reiterate that point, of just them not caring about kids like us who had our IEPs, our AED, learning disability, ADHD, spectrum, neurodivergent, as he mentioned. That's the perfect way. But I also wanted to equate it to how we see it in job markets today and how it equates to everyday life. It's unfortunate, especially in today's day.
Over here, I got a job, and look at me. We got a job now, so I want to make sure I talk about my job every chance I get because I got a job. Hey, everybody, did you know that I work for LFC? I don't know if you guys knew that. I work for LFC. Yeah, because you don't talk about it already every 5 minutes, my lord, because, it's you just shoehorn LFC shit into every show.
Check out the LFC podcast. At LFCfights.com. So, yes. No. But in all seriousness, yeah, that's some of the unfortunate stuff we had to deal with, man. And I mean, especially if you equate it to today's day and age now. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, especially with today's society and what we have to go through in schools now, with everybody you see, unfortunately, school shootings and everything more apparent in today's day and age. I couldn't even imagine what they have to go through now.
Yeah, I mean, you figure if this was the stuff that was happening to us, first of all, it's probably happening before us.
Mm-hmm.
Probably was still happening after us. So you have to think that they're probably even now, probably even still going through it now. So, it's a shame.
It really is, man. It really is. And I think you think as we evolve as people and how we mentioned adaptation and growth, you would think that it would change, but unfortunately it does not. And I mean, we try to do what we can as people. And I mean, I've always said this, and we'll put this into the forefront, man. Positively proactive, number one, but also number two, treat others the way you want to be treated. And number three, how about actually show some empathy and actually be patient with people instead of just ultimate dismissal and just boom, out the door. There you go. Don't do that, man. Just be patient with people, help them. That's what it is. It's united, not divided. Help them learn, man. Because I remember even back when I was a senior in high school, I used to feel embarrassed, but I had some occupational therapy sessions after, because I also have, fine motor skill issues. I used to have occupational therapy, and I used to feel a certain way, but also at the same time, it helped me better with these and my hands and everything. Sometimes you have to go for that. So, I mean,
well, that and, that and a certain someone let you sit with the cool kids. So you're welcome.
First of all right, we're going to go into this because he's going to mark out for himself. So we'll touch upon this.
I don't know what mark out for myself.
Absolutely, man.
What does that mean?
You're marking out for yourself. You're self-promotional man whore. You got to plug all your stuff. My God. So
stop it. What the hell are you talking about, dog?
You know what I got to say to that?
What's that, Mike Logan?
Whoa, I don't even know what I just said. So the point being,
shit, I got water all over myself.
Shit, I got water all over myself. He's losing his mind, and I am reaping all the benefits. It's still awesome. It's still so great. Oh man, but no. The point being is, oh my God, but yeah, no, it's one of those things where him in high school, I sat alone a lot, and I was fine with that. I really was. But I think if I hadn't opened up myself and really branched out and expanded my horizons and really interact with people more, because I'll be honest with you, I seem very much like I am here with the camera, but I'm still kind of socially awkward. I'm still a bit shy, but getting to open up and express myself, and especially with this one over here, who is not afraid to be as loud as he is, and then just come into the cafeteria and go, "Yo, Mike Larkin," like he still does to this day. It's one of those things, man. That's what started beautiful friendship. So even out of some of the bad times, it does have the good times because it brings people together like it has the homie and I. And it also, we get to relate on a lot of these stories that we had. And I'm sure you did too. Just remember at the end of the day that, you know what, you're not, intellectually challenged. I mean, you learn differently, but you also have to be patient with yourself and just know that you are capable and that you have the ability to do anything that you want to do. And that's really what it is at the end of the day. Just be more patient with people, and you'll see where that goes and the trajectory they have in life. Because then you don't want to have people angry. You don't want to have people depressed, and you don't want to make people just go buck wild for no reason. Because then you see what a lot of stuff happens, whether it be in deaths or in anything in general, man. You don't want to have things become a tragedy when you can have things be nothing but a pageantry. So less tragedy, more pageantry. Boom.
Less tragic, more magic, right, Mike Larkin?
There you go. So,
and more to that, really, it's really, and Mike Larkin, I realized there really is something to this positivity thing I keep telling you about, dog.
First of all, I've said
there really is something to the positivity.
You're going to take credit to it. I've been saying
take credit. I'm the one who gave you the idea.
No,
what the hell are you talking about?
No, you didn't.
Take credit for it. It always was my thing.
Oh, shit.
Are you kidding me?
Kumar, maybe that's one.
Are you kidding me right now, Mike Larkin?
No, I've always been about the positivity.
No, McLaughlin, you weren't until I was first.
Bullshit.
I'm the one who told you about that, dog.
Bullshit.
I'm the one.
No.
You know that I know that I'm the one, McLaughlin.
Oh, be quiet. My God.
You know I want to know. I want to know.
I want to know. James Dean. Yes. Daniel Bedingfield. I don't want to run away, but I can't take it. I don't understand.
If I'm not ready for you, then why?
My heart tell me that I am. It's the only way that I could say in your arms. I gotta say that, homie. I gotta get through this. I gotta get through this. I gotta make it through. Now,
yeah, I know it is. You know what? I gotta say that you really suck at that, Mike Larkin.
God. So yes. Positivity thing to add on to your point. Yes, there is a lot to being positive, ladies and gentlemen.
No, really, Mike Larkin, but I realize now there is something to like positive thinking and like trying to maintain like a positive outlook.
Yep.
On everything, and like there is a power to that, and I mean you really have to really believe though, and you really have to, just find a way to find the hope and find a way to keep moving forward.
That's, I think, what we can get today out of today's show with our funness and our entertainment values and making fun and busting balls as we do. I think you all need to realize that there is a lot of positivity that goes into it, no matter whether it's schools or in work and all the bullshittery that you have to deal with. Because there's a lot of bullshittery and trials and tribulations and negativity. There is a positive mindset, and having the right positive mindset leads to a great trajectory in future. And I will say this, my friend, since that pretty much sums up a lot of what we wanted to talk about today. With you, I also have to just bring this up because he posted at it, and I'm going to show the video in today's forum. You, man, Outlaws, ZZ Top, and Leonard Skinner got to see a fun concert with your mommy and did your thing up, man. I saw some live footage. Very nice. Very nice. How was that concert?
It was great, Mike Larkin. It was very, 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 very cool, cool atmosphere, and there was a lot of good bands, Mike Larkin, and Mike Larkin. Just saying they're good people, Mike Larkin. They're all good people up there. They love America, Mike Larkin. They love America, dog. And that's what
America.
They love the truth, Mike Larkin.
America.
They love the truth. Well, that's what it's about, dog.
Yes, America. Fuck yeah, Team America World Police.
That's right, dog. That's right.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's awesome. First of all, Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama, Freebird, Jenny, you bitch, and everything that that comes.
Don't get me, Mike Larkin. Do not get me started, Mike Larkin.
We've met it many times. Jenny Forrest Gump, one of the worst characters in the history of characters. Fucking Jenny. Fucking a free bird and willing to kill herself, and this guy's right here. He loves her so much. They were trying to hit you, Jenny. It's just this goddamn Lion Johnson and this goddamn war. And then friggin' she gets pregnant. It's like, oh, I want to be with you. Bitch, I've been right here. I've been right here.
Make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away. Dear Lord, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away.
He's the worst.
In the head, yo.
Forrest, you shouldn't have been doing that. He hit you, bitch. He hit you. Oh God, she was the worst. Jenny's the worst. But yes, it was Leonard Skinner. Friggin', I mean, I've seen.
Tells him he doesn't know what love is.
I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is.
And then only marries him after he gets rich.
So, fucking gold digger, friggin' Jenny, you bitch. Hater. Love the actress who plays her, but hate the character. But yes, getting to see Leonard Skinner and the Outlaws and ZZ Top. She's got legs. She knows how to move them. Oh my goodness, homie G, that is a hell of a time. I mean, I remember going with my dad to see Aerosmith at Jones Beach too. Like, first of all, Aerosmith live is awesome. Sammy Hagar friggin' opened up for him, Van Hagar, and then the girl who's like 30-something, he's like 60, 70, whatever he was at the time, and she's flashing Sammy Hagar with his friggin' I Can Drive 55. Oh my goodness. So yeah, good times with the live bands, man. Where are you guys at Jones Beach, right?
Yeah, I like to imagine that, I'm in the my Jesus is in the front. I'm in the front row at a what is it, Leonard Skinner?
I'm in the front row at a Leonard Skinner concert, and I'm
hammered drunk.
Hey, Cal, how about you just shut up? Yes, ma'am. That was you at that concert. And I'm in the front row and I'm hammered drunk.
And I'm wearing a tuxedo shirt because it's like, you know.
I want to be cool, but I'm trying to be formal. All you needed to say at the end of that was abracadabra, Holmes.
I'm a magic man. Now you see me?
Now you don't.
Now you don't. That's a stupid nickname.
All right, is it Ricky? Or are you just because you didn't think of it first? All right, got it. That's an awesome thing. Oh boy. But yeah. No, I think the only other thing I remember from our last show that we didn't talk about, because unfortunately we did talk about celebrities passing, but one that we didn't mention, and I mean this did happen, but I did want to mention it to you because this is a part of our childhood. It's one of our favorite one-hit wonders, Swiftie of God, friggin' Crazy Train, man. Crazy Town, excuse me, Crazy Train. I friggin' thinking Ozzy. Crazy Town friggin' passed away, which that even got me too because, you know, one of our jams is Come My Lady, Come My Lady.
Oh, yeah, Mike Larkin. That happened since the last. Oh, man, yeah, Mike Larkin. That's a jam, dog, right? 2001, right? Mr. Asperger's, right?
First of all, I don't have Asperger's, number one. And number two,
I
mean,
I think
by accident, I'm thinking of Taylor Swift and the Swifties. Shifty was his name. Yes.
Shifty. Yeah, I bet you were thinking about Taylor Swift, Mike Larkin.
First of all.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God, her break. First of all, I don't mind Taylor Swift. What she does for charity is awesome, but I'm tired of the goddamn breakup songs. Maybe it's you, Taylor. Maybe it's you. But everything, she's doing her thing now.
He's waited so long to have that take. He's waited so long to have a seemingly ironic Taylor Swift take.
And also the fact that, you know, Travis Kelce, they're doing the damn thing there. So God bless them. But, you know, what we see now in today's day and age as well, first of all, again, rest in peace. Anyway, not Crazy Train, Crazy Town. Crazy Town, one of their biggest hits was Come My Lady, Come My Lady, You're My Butterfly, Sugar, Baby. Like, that even gets me too. I know it was a drug overdose, but God dang it, man. Like, some of our heroes, some of our people that we really enjoyed listening to passing away, and that was one of our jams, the Dude in the Dare t-shirt in the video, and a Thank You, Miss. And at that time, he was also on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew for a little bit. And, yeah, he had a long battle and illness, so rest in peace.
Come and dance with me.
Come and dance with me. And yes, that's
my Larkin. But you know, someone said, I think it was you that said, "Is anyone really surprised the lady died of that though?"
And you hate to say that because unfortunately he was battling his demons, and we all battle our respective demons. But it just, it's like the same thing. It's like I told you when the Vince McMahon allegations came out. I hate to say it, but I'm like, was I surprised? No. But it's just
like Wes Scantlin got arrested a couple weeks ago, Mike Larkin.
Now, what did he get arrested for?
I don't know. He's being cray-cray, Mike Larkin. I don't know. Something, you know, he's yelling something at the cops or something.
Well, again,
Wes Scantlin arrested again, Mike Larkin. Are you surprised, Mike Larkin?
No, not at all. That doesn't shock me, to be completely honest with you, because
that doesn't shock me.
It doesn't. So Wes Scantlin, lead singer of Puddle of Mudd, can you take it all away when you shoved it in my face? I am control you. You're not the one for me now.
I like the way you smack my ass.
I like the way you smack my ass. I love the dirty things you do. I have control of you. I love the way you look at me. I love it. Okay, every song sounds the fucking same. Okay, first of all, for what he got arrested for, as I'm looking at now, my God, this mugshot. He had a standoff with the police, and then the SWAT members got involved. He refused to leave his car for a traffic violation. Wes Scantlin, you crazy son of a bitch. So, yes, I can imagine that. And he's 52, for God's sake. Good Lord.
What did he get arrested for, like, the one time? He got arrested for it before, right?
I think it was just like a DUI, though. That was not, But the thing, too, is when it comes to Wes Scantlin and guys, again, all of them sound the same. Like we've done Scott Stapp many a times with arms wide open, and she fucking hates me, la, 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 la. Bringing Wes Scantlin, Three Doors Down, if I go crazy, and then will you still call me a Superman? Everybody had that friggin' Pearl Jam.
They're like this, my locking.
We're hoping for you. Just oh, Mama, I'm too hot to handle now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
that wasn't as much though. That's not Pearl Jam though.
No, I mean Darius Rucker in his way. Drive me crazy. I wonder why I'm such a baby because of dog.
Hey, no. Don't be hating on Hootie, Mike.
I love Hootie, man.
Don't be hating on. Okay, I'm an OG Hootie and the Blowfish fan, Mike Larkin. Okay, dog. I've been with them since '95, Mike.
That was their only year.
Shut the fuck up! I really was though. Shut the fuck up.
To quote Michael Ian Black on "I Love the '90s" Part 2.
Oh my god!
1995, Hootie and the Blowfish, Crack Rear View. That was such a great year for them. It was their only year. You know what I got to say to that?
Hey, they were a good band, Mike Larkin.
They were. You know what I got to say to that though?
What's that, Mike Larkin?
With a little love, and some rise above the water, rise above the hills, with a little peace.
Mike Larkin, that was the first album I ever owned.
I know.
I told you that, right? Well, that was the first. Like it was on cassette. I was like 4 years old, but like, yeah, it really was on the radio. Like every 20 minutes, there was a Hootie and the Blowfish song. Like it really, 1995 really was the year of Hootie and the Blowfish, and so I wanted that album because that was the first year I really remember remembering music and hearing music. So my parents got me that album.
I remember
for Christmas.
I remember what you got at Nina, which your blue Eiffel 65, I believe, Abadai. Yes. I'm trying to think, like the first ever CDs. Like, of course, I know you'll make fun of me for the Backstreet, the NSYNCs, and 98 Degrees, but I do remember Lou Bega. Lou Bega was my jam, and God rest his soul. My grandfather loved Mambo No. 5. I had that cassette as well. Like,
oh, Grandpa got his Latin groove on. My
first of all, don't be disrespecting my grandpa.
I'm not. Mike Larkin. It's Latin beat's a cool beat, Mike Larkin. You know what I'm saying, dog? A lot of people like to swing to that beat, Mike Larkin. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, hey now. So I mean, it's one of those things too with Mambo.
Mike Larkin, there's nothing wrong with that, Mike Larkin. Don't be hating, Mike Larkin. Come on.
You know what I got to say to that?
What's that, Mike Larkin?
Lady stacked, and that's a fact. And there isn't anything wrong with that. So
no, it's okay. It's okay that you're racist, Mike Larkin. Wow. Oh, I'm kidding, Mike Larkin.
So yes, Lou Bega, Mambo No. 5 was the jam. Lou Bega originally from Germany, doing his thing, man. That 1999 time period.
Wait, I mean, he wasn't from Cuba, Mike Larkin?
It's Germany. So yes, that's not racist at all. So I mean, the fact of the matter is, yes, Lou Bega, Mambo No. 5. That whole entire album is the bop, by the way. It's a jam. It's awesomeness. But yeah, that was some of the earliest CD purchasing as well as you with your Cracked Rear View. I mean, if you look at even songs that were so big on the radio, like 2001, and these are two songs that we made fun of many of times. Like two of the top played songs of 2001 was "Never Made It as a Wise Man, Never Made It as a Poor Man, and This Is How You Remind Me." Like Nickelback. The other one that was the most played, I remember they were talking about back in the day, was Lifehouse. I'm falling even more in love with you and letting go of all I held on to.
Yeah, Mike Larkin, do you notice how there used to be like more rock songs on the radio? Like
yes.
Late 90s, early 2000s, and then once you get to like 2005, 2006, start to see less and less rock bands. Because you want to know why? They stopped signing rock bands, Mike Larkin, because they were too expensive.
I also remember.
That's why you start to see fewer and fewer rock bands as we went on. And so instead of singing good rock and roll songs, you were singing, "Bang Bang Me in the Ass" by, NSYNC or whatever the new hit you guys are into.
Wow. Okay. So the other thing I think I can mention too about that is I'm going to ignore that because they were hit. I mean, you were listening to Shoes, for God's sake, who nobody knows. So, I mean, let's not go there, man. Come on. So,
because I'm cool, Mike Larkin.
Nobody knows who they are.
I listen to cool, obscure stuff.
It's niche.
Because I'm cool, Mike Larkin. I'm cool like that. 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 I'm cool like that.
But no, dude, it's very niche. Nobody knows who.
Okay, whatever, Mike Logan. You know what, Mike Logan? You're just hating because you don't have. You don't like anything that's niche like that. Everything you like was the #1 hit every minute of every day for your entire life.
People know it. Mainstream, brother. Mainstream.
Oh, look at me. I'm so cool. I'm part of the mainstream. Look at me. I'm just like everybody else. Look at me. I'm so cool. Okay,
look at me. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm Steve Nickapar. Let's go, Islanders.
Oh, sorry that you hate me that I'm an individual. Oh, my God. My God.
What is an individual? Who's talking about?
You know, I'm not a clone like you are. Just
Who's a fucking clone? We all like a lot of the stuff. I'm just saying, man. Nobody knows who it is. What are fucking shoes? It's not bad.
You know why you hate? You don't know it because you don't know about it. You couldn't look it up and Google it. And memorize it from Wikipedia because you definitely don't have Asperger's.
Nobody doesn't want to do that, man. It's the same thing with wrestling. It's the same thing with wrestling with the tribalism. Nobody wants to look up people from Japan that nobody knows.
Oh my God! You're gonna make this about wrestling now too? Oh my God, Mike Larkin, could you be any more like vaginally repellent right now, Mike Larkin? Like, come on, dog.
That's the problem. I'm equating it to what I know, and that's all. It's not a big deal that you listen.
Yeah, I'm getting laid is definitely not one of the things you know, Mike Larkin.
Wow. Yes, this is also coming from you too. So stop it. Just because you got to make fun of me because you
don't be hating on Bono, Mike Larkin.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He said you too.
Wow. So anyway,
Mike Larkin, you ain't no Bono, dog.
No, you listen to the niche, and nobody knows who the fuck Shoes is. And
there's nothing wrong with the niche, Mike Larkin. There's nothing wrong with being niche.
It's the niche.
Cult classics are still classics, dog. You see, you don't understand that because you listen to anything that any record company throws in your face every 2 minutes. That's why you'll never know how cool it is to be niche because you're not cool enough to be niche.
Dude, I listened to a lot of the Booty Shaking, Earthquake, and Panties Drop and Ain't No Stopping type of vibes, man. You got your Johnny Gills with your My.
Now he's gonna play it. Come on, play the card you think you have.
You got your Joe, man. You got your friggin' I Want to Know by Joe. You got your Carl Thomas's talking about I Wish. You got Donnell Jones and Lisa Lefta Lopez with Where friggin' You Know What's Up. That Where I Want to Be.
I have to make sure I mention the African American music so people don't suspect that I'm racist.
So anyway, well, look at John B. For God's sake, John B. Amazing R&B talent, man, from his Don't Talks and the cool. Like John B. was white. Definitely John B. was white. You know what I'm saying? John B. was another white artist. A lot of people thought was black, but he was a white guy. Great talent, man.
You know who else? Was Mike Logan? Snow.
Who?
Snow.
Informer. You know, Snow was taking on my name, I'm I like your boom boom now.
Now come to a nice young lady.
Intelligent. So yes, but no, man, it's one of those things where we have a lot of the music and stuff, and yes, a lot of the rock went away. I remember in 2000 when we had Fuel talk about hemorrhage in my hands. In my hands.
Sounds like that, Mike Larkin.
Yes,
you're right. They all kind of sounded like it. They're all sounding like this, Mike Larkin.
In my hands, I mean, you had Eve 6. Here's to the night we fell alive. Here's to the tears you knew you'd cry. You had Filter with Take a Picture. You had a lot of the rock bands in the early 2000s, man. Yeah.
Wait, what about that was the? Do you want to take my picture that was Filter, Mike Larkin?
Yes, because I won't remember. Yeah.
No, send the live version, Mike Larkin.
Hey, Dad, what do you think about your son now?
Do you wanna take my
picture? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, why are you going hard in this? Like, what are you doing, buddy? I'm sorry. I used to be a lot stronger. But yeah, the live version, not so much.
Write a song about it. You call it I Got Punched in the Nose just to get in other people's business.
Sounds like a country song. No, in all seriousness as well with the niche, like we mentioned the wrestling niche and the music niche, I will say when you did play Shoes on the Golden Age of Everything, it actually is a very good band. Let's put that into the forefront. I tease him about that, but there is a lot of
What, Mike Larkin? What?
Stop.
What? Oh.
Wow. So yes. So yes, the niche is cool, and I equate that to wrestling too. But stop, I only kid, I jest. But yeah, but no, I have noticed as well that you like a lot of the niche from what is it? The Cure was, when I wrote this, I was listening to the Cure a lot.
Oh, somebody kill me, please!
Somebody kill me, please! I'm on my knees, pretty, please kill me! I want to die.
Put a bullet in my head.
I liked it.
He's losing his mind.
And I'm reaping all the benefits.
Every line. Every line.
Every line and every time, man. And I mean, that's what you really got with a lot of the stuff with the music and everything. I mean, times change. I mean, The Rock, like you mentioned it. Well, I've even noticed this too. You can even mention it with like Disney movies. Like with Disney movies, when they started going towards the High School Musical stuff, it went fucking downhill. Nickelodeon, when they started going more like to the Drake and Josh era and stuff like that, it went fucking downhill. So I mean, a lot of that mid-2000s.
You know what happened, Mike Larkin, is because who was that guy that made that touched all the kids, Mike Larkin?
Wow, Dan Schneider.
Because he left, Mike Larkin. That's what happened, dog. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Well, let me tell you something about Dan Schneider. For those who have seen the Quiet on the Set documentary, a lot of fucked up shit, by the way. My God. And you feel so sorry for Drake Bell with everything that happened with Drake Bell. But when you look at Dan Schneider, and here's where we talk about the victim card that I hated. He did an interview with the dude who was on iCarly. And don't even ask me what the fuck he played. I don't care. So he got interviewed by the guy from iCarly, who is his friend. Now, he wouldn't go to like a news reporter or anybody to do this because they would ask him the hard questions. And he was just like, if I did this, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? With everything that happened, you could just tell he's just trying to cover his ass. And that is just a vile, despicable, awful human being. And yeah, Dan Schneider's a fucktard, man. He can get the fuck out.
It seemed like he was just like not sorry that he did it.
Oh, he was just
sorry he got caught.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I mean, you look at someone like Amanda Bynes and how her career went after, because they gave her the Amanda.
Do you see what she looks like now?
Oh, my Lord. With the tattoos on her face and everything. Yeah.
I mean, Mike Larkin, come on. Can we agree that we need to have some standards for the way women look, Mike Larkin? Beauty, strength, and dominance. Right, Mike Larkin?
First of all, let's not make fun of a girl who is ill. Let's not do that.
But we agree that someone who looks like that,
yes,
that is not what you considered to be normal, right, Mike Larkin?
I can't necessarily say that just because of the fact that she had a lot of drugs and she did a lot of bad things in her time.
Yeah, so we can say that she wasn't normal.
Well, if you really identify like what normal is, I mean, you had Amanda Bynes from where she was from her teenage years, from the What I Like About You's, and everything from like that to where we got her from her late 90s to the 2000s. I mean, it was a rough time just because.
I know it was a rough time, Mike Larkin. Listen, no one's going to deny she was through a lot of rough time, but because of that,
how she looks now, yes,
that's not normal, right? I mean.
It's not normal, and personally, I got to say this. It's a dramatic, like, holy shit, what the fuck happened, number one, if we're being completely honest. Number two, it's a thing of, it's her individuality. If she feels like, hey, I can be me now, and I'm trying to, assess everything, and I'm trying to just, get away from that and do my thing. But having the face tattoos and the piercing, it just goes outside the norm of who we know Amanda Bynes to be. But I mean, if she's happy, God bless her. That's the main thing. But yeah, from where she was.
You don't look happy, though, Mike Larkin. That's the thing, though. She doesn't look happy.
From the early 2000s, she looked amazing. Let's be honest. She looked amazing. Now, not so much. It was like, I mean, God rest his soul, Aaron Carter. Like, Aaron Carter had a lot that he went through. Then he got the face tattoos, and then you could just tell from his Instagram lives, the drugs and everything took over. And then unfortunately his passing where he was, he overdosed.
He went through some shit.
Yes, he did. And I didn't even watch the other documentary that came out about him and Nick Carter and Melissa Schumann from Dream accused, with the rape thing with her and Nick Carter. Like, I didn't even watch that, but yeah, that's a thing that's being brought back. So yeah, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. It's the world of entertainment that we have, that everybody just, it's unfortunate. It really is. That's all you really can say. You could say, I'm not shocked it's the entertainment business, but at the end of the day, that doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make it right at all. And a lot of those things need to change in its own right as well.
It's just like, I mean, it's obvious that, the messed up things happen to these people. Like, we saw them deteriorate before our very eyes.
I mean, you feel bad for Katrina Johnson, who was on the original All That, because that was originally supposed to be her show, but then the Amanda Show was created. Well, even how he treated Katrina, because she's like, hey, you know, you gained weight. It's like, how about she's a teenager now and she's growing into her body? But yeah, and that stuff, like she was not nice to her about that. You see Katrina Johnson, Giovanni Samuels, and so many people talk about their stories. Just having them do the stupid dares because this was also
if they were like that to her, I can't imagine what they did to Lori Beth Denberg, Mike Larkin.
You also got Wild and Crazy Kids that they did. I mean, a lot of this.
You're not even no.
Just because it's not funny. It's one of those.
You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna bite for it. Okay.
No, because you say a lot of stupid shit. I will be honest with you.
You're being a little too serious for me right now.
Well, yeah, because you don't like to do serious stuff. You like to go.
You're bringing everyone down now.
Not really. I'm trying to have a show here. Not really.
You're talking a lot about kids getting touched all of a sudden, Mike Larkin. I don't know if I like this, Mike Larkin.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, like I'm saying here, it's one of those things where, unfortunately, with what happened with Byron and what happened on the kids and what they tried to make the Fear Factor stuff during that time period with Nickelodeon, like having them do crazy stuff and the dog licking the peanut butter off his body, like it's ridiculous. They were kids at the time, and they're having them do like the Fear Factor shit. But yes, Lori Beth Denberg, I know, was a big girl.
Peanut butter off the body, Mike Larkin?
Yes. And yes, I know Lori Beth Denberg was a big woman. And if you ever seen Dodgeball with her and Justin Long, yes, that's the big chill. I remember. I know. So yes, there you go.
And then, you know, of course, what was I going to say? Oh, then of course you had that, and then you had immediately after that in the early 2000s, Nickelodeon attempted to, as they say, what's the word, Mike Larkin? Diversify, Mike Larkin. Right, Mike Larkin?
I mean, we had a lot of great shows from Taina, which I do like Taina, Christina Vidal. No one's going to see
my name. Can't wait to see my name in lights. Mike Larkin.
No one's going to stop me. You'll see I will go far. What's your name? Taina. No, I'm going to always
You'll be saying my name.
It's a great show. I mean, there's some full episodes on YouTube, which feature Joe Thomas, who we mentioned earlier, the aforementioned Joe I Want to Know. You had 3LW on that friggin'. They were starting in our, I got to pull over to the subway,
I'm getting pretty kind
promises. Looking at your pages, seeing different numbers and numbers. But yeah, they had Taina. They had the Brothers Garcia for a little bit. They had a lot of shows like that. Yeah.
See, mijo.
God. They had Caitlin's Way, which was about, I'm this hard edge girl, but I love horses. And
like Carlito's Way, but for girls. It's like I'm punk rock, but I'm on the farm.
But I love horses.
Look at me. Look, she was every shot of her just, yeah, look how hard I am because I colored my hair black and paint my nails black.
Yeah, she was like,
and I'm all black jacket and I'm going to make this face.
Well, it's like she had divorced parents. She had a rough childhood. And then she's like,
take it all the way.
And then I've got to just go live on the farm and just, friggin', oh, by the way, I love horses. Like, yeah, it was not a good show. I know that girl went on to do Scream Queens on VH1, but yes, what you shoved it in my favorite. So you do say a lot of stupid shit, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So
I love you too, Cookster.
Yeah, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's the unfortunate stuff. We had that. We had and dude, I tried watching. I remember No One Knows Best at the time, which was a terrible show, folks. It was the male version of Clarissa Explains It All. Richard Klein from Three's Company, who played Larry, played the father on that show. Oh god, it was terrible. It was fucking terrible.
Oh, Mike Larkin, I didn't know you knew about Three's Company, Mike Larkin. You know about Three's Company, Mike Larkin?
Of course. Friggin' John Ritter, Suzanne Summers. Hell yeah. Suzanne Summers.
Mike Larkin, I don't know if you know this, but I kind of picked up a lot from John Ritter on that show, Mike Larkin. Some say I am part Jack Tripper. I don't know if you know this, Mike Larkin.
Yeah, I can see that. He was kind of a douche.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? A douche?
He was kind of a douche.
Mike Larkin, a douche?
Yeah, he was kind of a douche.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
Whoa, where the fuck did that come from? You say
are you kidding me? A douche?
No, he wasn't a douche. I thought John.
You asshole.
Mr. German, fuck you. No, he was not a douche. I thought John Ritter was in it. First of all, God rest his soul. John Ritter was a great on that show. I love Three's Company. I mean, he was also on 8 Simple Rules. which again, Kaylee Cuoco, hello. But
which was originally called 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter, Mike Larkin. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes, it was. Oh, but yeah, no, that's some of the stuff that we got.
And he was also in Bad Santa, Mike Larkin, don't forget.
Your friggin' favorite movie, Bernie Mac, the whole nine, man.
My favorite Christmas movie, Mike Larkin.
Yes. Yes, your
favorite Christmas movie.
Yes. It is a very funny movie. Both Bad Santas are hilarious.
Yes, they are, Mike Larkin.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, friggin' you and your Bad Santa. You are friggin' what's his face? You are kind of a drunk derelict like Billy Bob Thornton, so yeah. 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 What?
Okay. Okay, Mike Larkin. You want to talk shit? You want to talk shit, Mike Larkin?
Kidding? You do drink a lot.
Okay, Mr. One Too Many Chromosomes over here. You know what I'm saying, dog?
It's not even funny. Like, it's not. So it
Mike
is.
Larkin, you're the one talking shit.
Nobody's talking shit. I'm only joking, man.
Okay. All right. Don't be talking shit, Mike Larkin. Don't be talking shit.
Because you're an ass. It is what it is. So, I mean, you look at a lot of stuff.
You knew that, though, Mike Larkin. You knew that, though.
Yes. So,
you knew that going in that I was an ass. Like, come on. You can't start complaining about that now.
No.
Oh, he's mean to me. He bullied me.
No. But yeah, no, Bad Santa was absolutely hilarious. Both of the first two. I think they're absolutely great. One of Billy Bob's best, as well as Mr. Woodcock. Mr. Woodcock with Susan Sarandon. That was awesome, too.
That's like one of your favorite names, right, Mike Larkin?
Stop it. So, yes. I know Farley's mom is old and shit, but I just want to stick my head between those big two titties and go, Suplee in that as well. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. What's next?
Ethan Suplee, dog. Remember, he was in the Butterfly Effect, Mike Larkin. Remember the Butterfly Effect? Ashton Kutcher dog, Diggity Dog?
Yes, where he did the pool thing, and then he looked over the jocks, and then he just like,
he was the goth, right, Mike Larkin? He was goth too, right, Mike Larkin?
Yes, he was. My goodness.
He's just like Caitlin's way, right, Mike Larkin?
I'm gonna be all serious. No, he was just an eccentric type.
Yeah.
America, fuck yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah, but that's pretty much what we got, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you enjoyed the debauchery and the funness and the ball busting.
Well, look, I'm just playing, right, dog? I'm just playing.
I know, I'm just joking.
Don't get all butthurt, dog, right, dog?
I'm fine, but you are just kind of an ass, though, man. You are kind of
all right. Don't get all butthurt on me, like okay? Like, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, dog.
I know, but we do this all the time. It's kind of our shtick, man. You're an ass, and you're kind of drunk.
I know that. You wrote me a letter, you idiot.
Yes, I know that. You wrote me a letter, you idiot. But you do drink a lot. I will say this. I've seen you drink a lot in my time. Let's put this out there because you're kind of an alky.
Mike Larkin, it's fucking seltzer. Are you kidding me?
Can I just say one thing? How do you... No, not that. I'm not talking about
it's
now.
Seltzer. Are you kidding me?
I'm not talking about now, but I've seen you drink at social gatherings, man. Alky.
Hey, Alky? Are you kidding me? You judgmental little bastard. Now you're gonna pull some tough shit at the end? Okay, whatever, Mike Larkin.
You know what I got to say to that?
What? Then freaking
it's just
punk?
It's just you punk! You punk!
I hate you, Mike Larkin. You know that? I freaking hate you, dog.
I hate you. I hate you, Ron Burgundy, but God damn it, I respect you.
I like my dog Baxter.
Oh, that's what you... Okay. Well, guess what? This is about to happen. Excuse me. Where are you going? Oh, Baxter! Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no, my files.
First of all, what the hell? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Jinkies, I have to get back to the office. I'm friggin' Penelope Snow, Anton Jackson. Come on, Anton, take a bite of my sandwich. Scrumptious. Honey, is that Michael Bolton's version of that thong song?
No, but I heard he got all the funk Cisco missed.
I gotta tell you, I'm not into the heavy stuff, but this is kind of... Oh my goodness. So before we close this out, we are going to have some more shows for you.
Darrington Jackson. No, I'm not a member of the Jackson 5.
If we're going to do this before I close the show, how many times am I going to teach you this lesson, old man? How many times do I have to say this? Over and over again.
Over again.
Every time I close my eyes, I fall down. Oh, can't go on loving you. So it is. Howdy, my name's Jackson. I'm Tom Jackson. No, not a member of the Jackson 5. So, with that being said, we will have more Steve and Mike shows for you and a lot of great stuff on my YouTube channel, folks. Let's get it to 1K, man. We're doing the damn thing. Let's keep growing. You can check out the Steve and Mike show on this YouTube channel. You can check out On the Mic with Mike. You can check out the aforementioned LFC podcast, Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, Pop Culture History podcast. You can check out my show with my boy, Paul Morales, the dead man of RWT, the weekly review. My boy, DC in the building, Daniel Crimmins for Uncaged. My boy, Robert Davis, and my girl, Nicola McDonald for Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling. And, of course, the main show with this son of a bitch, as well as the Golden Age of Everything, which will be making a comeback soon, which we are going to be talking about the wrestling pop culture dynamic. And I know he can make fun of me because we're going to have some show. We'll have some fun with that show. And it's going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be good because I'm going to be part of it. You know what I'm saying, dog? Imagine we talking about, interesting stuff when it comes to wrestling and not, whatever y'all nerds usually talk about. You know what I'm saying, dog?
First of all, the Goon is a terrible character, and you know it. Stop it. He's awful.
Like Larkin, you just don't respect talent when you see it, dog.
No, you only like him because he was a hockey gimmick. The guy who played himself.
You just don't respect the talent when you see it, Mike Larkin.
You marked out for friggin' hockey, man.
You know what, Mike Larkin? You're just jealous that, there are things out there that are actually sports.
You're an ass. You're just an ass. I hate you. I hate your guts. I hate you so much.
Whatever, Mike Larkin. You hate me all you want. You know I'm right.
Not really. Not really.
Mm-hmm.
You got to respect the craft, man. You have to look at it like this. Life is an art form, folks.
You can respect the crack in my ass as you kiss it. Okay, how about that, Mike Larkin?
Ew. Life is an art form. We're all applying our crafts. Continue to apply your craft in amazing fashion. Before we close this out, you son of a bitch, where can we follow you on the social medias, homie?
At Steve Nicks on Instagram. Right, Mike Larkin? I think that's
yes.
Right. And and if you're on X, and it's not Twitter anymore.
I'm not calling it. I refuse to call it X.
No, you gotta call it X. Elon owns it. You gotta call it X now.
That is my middle finger to you, Elon Musk. Go ahead.
Mike Larkin, you need to start getting all aboard on here because the Trump train's taking off, dog. You know what I'm saying, dog?
No. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike Larkin. On X, at Real SM Show 1, at Golden Age Pod, and at SNHE Pod. But remember, my main one is at Real SM Show 1. Mike Larkin, what's your handle on X, Mike Larkin?
Shut up. You can check me out as SM Show 1 or MCL92 on the Twitter front. StephenMikeShow.com, LFCfights.com. He gonna give it to you. StephenMikeShow.com, LFCfights.com. If you want to go back and look at the old episodes on SoundCloud, it's MC Larkin92, and I'll put the audio links as well for people to check out the show and whatnot. You can check out Instagram, MLarkinMB, Larkin_92. You already know what it is. I appreciate you. I love you. And I appreciate you, you son of a bitch, even though we have our little back and forth banters and whatnot. And I know you're only kidding, and I like to bust your balls as you do mine. I love you to death, man. You're like my brother, and I appreciate you. And I hope you two enjoy this relationship that we have, this friendship, this bond, this hominess, because that's what we do, and that's who we are. And if you don't like it, you can get with rock and you can suck my cock. So on that particular notion.
Whoa, Mike Larkin, I respect your decisions, but jeez.
So with that being said, you can check us out on
I love you, though. I love you.
Love you too, Kookster. You can check us out on all social media. Links will be in the description. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have made it this far, and we will be back very, very soon. Golden Age is coming. So much stuff is coming. And please stay subscribed to my YouTube channel and follow this son of a gun on his YouTube channel for Real Isles Pride and everything for your Islanders needs.
And at SM Show Clips, my lord.
Oh, right? My apologies. Yes, thank you. Steve and Mike Show Clips will also be in the description. Thank you.
Jeez, man. Oh, and remember, I remember as a great man once said, Mike Larkin, let's leave you with this. Life is a highway, and you should want to ride it all night long, Mike Larkin.
Life is a highway. I want to ride it all night long. If y'all going my way, I want to drive it all night long. And on that note, we will vroom our asses out of here and take that Venga bus. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Mike Larkin.
Thank you, Mr. Funk, for saying what needed to be said. I don't want to see it no more.
That's all you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.